People always tell me like, oh my God, you dodged a bullet. No, no, no. I chased that bullet down until it did a U-turn right through my heart where it shredded my heart into a million pieces.
He's a 10, but he wakes up early every morning to go to work. He barely goes out. He plays video games. He sends memes to the same 2 friends, and he has social anxiety. If you're this guy, please marry me.
Dating a man in his 30s, amazing. We love it. Fantastic for so many different reasons. Finding a man in his 30s, impossible. Like if you're looking for a man who's like a hard worker, goes to the gym, doesn't really go out drinking too much, stays home a lot because he's just kind of like working, where are you going to find him? His house? When you do find him, so worth it.
I'm so tired of being independent and strong. I'm stressed. My cat has a UTI, and I just miss having a partner who I can call, whose shoulder I can cry on, who can like tell me everything's gonna be fine. Not even my most recent ex, I literally just saw a skater and I was triggered, but sometimes it just gets tiring. Like, I know I can do everything on my own, but like, I don't really want to, you know?
A lot of these modern women keep on asking this silly question over and over again. How come I can't find a good man? Where are the good men at? They're with the ladies that decided to prioritize them and cater to them when you decided you was going to go to the club and mess around.
I don't know when we're finally going to realize that more and more men are single because they want to be single, because they've built up their lives. They like their day-to-day routine. They buy what they want and can afford. They spend time on whatever hobby they enjoy. But what they don't want is making the mistake of sacrificing those things for something less than what they already have. And I get it. We've heard that women are raising their standards, but ladies, men are too.
I just want to say thank you to the man I see on my walk every single day, who doesn't even acknowledge my existence, which I know the bar is in. It's in. And that is the bare minimum men should be doing, just leaving women alone. But I walk 4 to 6 miles a day, and I am never left alone. There's always someone honking, yelling out of a car window, trying to stop me to make conversation. It is such a breath of fresh air to just be ignored. It is one less person I have to be worried about while I'm out here.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Okay, I went out in the wild tonight, and what I'm learning is guys, they don't come up to you anymore. Like, guys no longer approach you. Maybe it's just me that they don't approach, but what is happening in this society? Like, are you too afraid, or are you uninterested? Do we have to make a move? Like, please tell me, because I would love to meet somebody out in person. Like, I don't want to do the dating apps or online, but this is what it's come to. Not getting approached, not seeing anyone out.
You know, this silent treatment that modern women use, it used to be a weapon, but now for men, it's a gift. Modern women are so chaotic. They talk so much and they be talking about nothing that when they finally stop, men are like, finally, I didn't think it was ever going to end.
Oh, when I say this, I mean it con todo el corazón. No man, all of 2025. And I mean that shit. Like, I have spent the last few years on dating apps with all failed talking stages, all failed first dates, braces in 2025, because you see this? Yeah, I'm getting braces this year. I'm going to apply to the military medical school in 2026. That means I have a little bit over a year to lose the weight I need to lose for the requirement for the physical test. No men all of 2025. You will not see me in the apps. No first dates. None of that. And if un hombre se me acerca, cruz, cruz.
Ladies, if you got a man that is racing to come home to stay with you and he's dodging his homeboys on the weekends just to be laid up with you and staying home, congratulations. You made the most peaceful sanctuary house a man could ever have, because somebody who is not happy in their house, they're racing to hit the streets. They're racing to go to a happy hour. They're racing to leave outside. But if you made home a vacation, he's winning. He's at his utmost luxury. And I feel like you can have a big ass house, but if it ain't a home, ain't nobody want to stay in that house.
A lot of these modern women, because a man is predictable, because a man is stable and not chaotic, they call a man boring. Y'all out here chasing men who excite you and really give you butterflies. And them butterflies fly about your life. flutter, 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 fly away. And all of a sudden, you're back to where you started from, at the house with your cats. The heck out of here.
Women don't like being approached in public. That is categorically untrue. If that were true, there wouldn't be entire film genres dedicated to rom-coms and the classic trope of the cute run-in. And there wouldn't be entire algorithms dedicated to, like, meet cutes in the wild. Be kind, be respectful, and if they're not interested in you, it's not personal. Maybe they have a boyfriend, maybe they have a lot going on in life, maybe they're just not interested, and that's okay. But I think we're all craving real world interactions versus just dating apps. And I think it's really cool when people have the courage to just go up and say hi and offer connection.
I'm such a hopeless romantic and I really just want to have a cute meet cute. And I'm just like, can that even happen for me? Like, I feel like a lot of guys just don't approach me as a hijabi because, like, the respect thing and all that, which I honestly appreciate. But, like, at the end of the day, I'm still a girl. Like, can you holler at me too? Like, I want to cute, meet cute, like to tell my kids, like, I can't have that. I feel like now all of us are just on the apps, and I actually despise the apps. Like, it's actually annoying, it's very exhausting, and I'm just like, someone can just like a cute guy, like, come slide in my DMs, like, someone approach me in person, like, I want a cute meet cute to tell people, and I can't because we met on the apps. Like, I don't, it gives me the ick.
These modern women are friend-zoning men out here because, for one, they think he's too boring. For two, they think they have a lot of options. Until 10, 15 years down the road, all them options dry up. And all of a sudden now she want to make a U-turn and a detour and see if the man that she friend-zoned 10, 15 years ago is still available. No, I'm not, actually. Bum.
You know, I'm so sick of being strong now. I'm sick of it. I just want to be soft. I'm sick of constantly fighting for things to work out, to get everything together, to have everything sorted. I don't want to be strong anymore. I don't want to be robust. I don't want to be pragmatic. I don't want to sort out logistics anymore. I just want to be soft. I've had enough.
5 things you need to stop doing if you want a serious relationship. These are the behaviors that are sabotaging you attracting something real. 1, rushing emotional intimacy. Deep connection takes time. Trauma dumping or oversharing too soon can create a false sense of closeness and attracts people that want intensity, not necessarily commitment. 2, acting like a partner before you are one. If you're doing girlfriend or boyfriend things without any clarity or commitment, you're sending the message that they don't need to step up or do anything. You'll show up fully no matter what. 3, explaining away red flags. If someone's inconsistent, avoidant, or unclear, believe them. Don't convince yourself that they're just busy or bad at texting. You're not building on reality. You're building on hope. 4, doing all the work. If you're the one keeping the momentum going, always initiating, planning, checking in, you're in a one-sided dynamic. And 5, mistaking chemistry for commitment. Just because there's a spark doesn't mean there's substance. If there's no follow-through, shared values, or effort over time, it's not going anywhere.
Now, a lot of these men have been trained, have been taught to be chivalrous. They've been trained to be gentlemen. But a lot of that behavior has stopped when y'all start saying it's the bare minimum. When y'all quit saying thank you. You're literally telling men, hey, I see what you're doing, but you don't get any brownie points for that. You don't even get a simple gesture of respect.
Look at this young man. He's trying to be chivalrous. So when young men, this happened to young men, and like they're in their early teens and this happened to them, and guess what, as they get older they now stop be chivalrous. Then women start saying, oh, chivalry is dead and men is not this and men is not that anymore. But after years of rejection, this is what turned men into not being chivalrous anymore, because they're tired of being embarrassed and humiliated and those kind of things. So guess what, as they get in their 20s, They just stop trying because of years of women treating them like this. So it's not that men don't want to be chivalrous anymore. It's just that there's only so much they could take. It's like developing callus. It's like you do something and you get rejected so often, eventually you just stop trying. So men need chivalry, women need chivalry. So let me know your thoughts on this, because this is sad. This is messed up.
But modern women don't understand that. They don't understand that men ignoring women is a natural response to a man's attention being weaponized. You're recording men for content, you're screenshotting DMs and sharing it in group chats, and men learned, hey, she ain't gonna do anything but with this information but clown me. Let me go ahead and get out of Dodge.
Flirt emergency. This is not a drill. Where to meet single men. It is at the grocery store on a Sunday morning. Hear me out. I literally work at a grocery store and it's literally Sunday. Y'all, I have never seen so many single men grocery shopping as I have on this day at this particular time. Specifically from the hours of say 9 to 10 a.m. to about 1 p.m. These are your meal prep bros. These are your coffee and crossword bros. These are your I took my dog out for a long walk on a Sunday morning and now I'm grocery shopping bros. These are your I'm going to see family. I got to go to grandma's house later this afternoon bros. These are your I'm getting my errands done early so I have the rest of my day free bros. These are your I'm not hungover bros. These are your I'm taking a day trip bros. How do I know? Because I literally asked all of them, what you doing later? Y'all, the single men are menning at the grocery store on Sunday morning. Now, as the day goes on, the demographics are going to start to shift a little bit. You're going to be getting more couples, families. But let me tell you, on a Sunday morning, you're both in the produce section reaching for the same pack of celery. Oops. So come next week on Sunday, wake y'all up and get to the grocery store.
And so when men check out of dating today, when they check out of society today, it's not really bitterness. It's more so of a cost-benefit analysis. When you can gain money, you can grind and get money, peace, start developing a routine in the gym, improving your mental health. What else would you want with a woman that's going to destroy all of that?
Women think the relationship is all about them. They do. Everything is centered around what she wants. And if that's fine, in her mind, everything is cool. And she does not care what the man is going through. She don't care what his challenges are or any of those things. Mm-hmm. So what ends up happening, the male believes that he keeps the marriage together because if he goes to cheat or whatever, like those 41 shades, for different reasons, they left you with the marriage because the marriage was all you wanted. You didn't actually want the man. You wanted the marriage.
The fairy tale.
You wanted the fairy tale. So the man feels that he gave you what you wanted. You wanted the marriage. You wanted the money. You wanted the kids. You wanted all of this crap. And never consider what he's mentally going through. Never considers what he invests into the relationship. A lot of men deal with this. And so what they end up doing is getting things outside of the relationship. And what? The woman is still mad.
If you walked away from a partner who wasn't and wasn't cheating, but you just weren't happy, this is for you. Sometimes ending a relationship has nothing to do with someone being a bad person. You can love someone and still feel completely alone in the relationship. You can respect someone and still realize you've outgrown each other. You can appreciate who they are as a person and still be exhausted because you've been carrying the entire mental load or managing the house and the kids and all of it. I have never met a woman who walked away from a good man without a fight. Usually they've tried for years. There was many conversations and asking for support and begging them for things to be different. And then somewhere along the way, you just stop hoping that things will change and you realize you have to be the one to change. So if you left a marriage that looked fine from the outside but was slowly breaking you on the inside, you are allowed to choose your own joy and peace over duty. And you're allowed to want a partner, not a roommate. That doesn't make you selfish or dramatic or a quitter or a failure. You are growing and you are evolving as a human being. And sometimes that requires you to walk away from things that aren't growing with you anymore.
Why don't men take women on dates anymore?
Honestly, they just embrace the culture now. It's just like having fun, you know. It's just, embracing the culture. TikTok, Instagram, social media just made it more normalized. Just go out and just around, pretty much.
Okay. So you feel like that's what's holding the community back?
I mean, sure. I feel like everyone should make the most of their youth, essentially.
So do you feel like that's a part of being young, going around having fun like that?
I mean, if it makes you happy, sure. Right now, it's making me happy. So sure.
Going outside making you happy?
Yeah. I mean, we out here. Are you not happy?
I mean, I'm happy regardless.
Yeah, I'm happy.
You happy?
Yeah, we chilling, so.
I like that. What about you? What do you think?
I think, if you ask a girl out, you should be paying for it. Right? What, like, if you're, like, initiating it, like, hey, let's go out, like, why shouldn't you pay?
When you say I don't chase women, my first initial thought is, well, then go find your man. Probably aren't even into women. You're probably into men.
There's this saying passed down to generations of men. You will lose money chasing women, but you will never lose women chasing money. Now, I prefer to say success, right? You never lose women chasing success, which is true. And so what men have learned today is that the best way to get the kind of woman he wants isn't to try and chase her down as hard as he can when he doesn't necessarily have anything. It's actually to invest in himself to become the kind of man that she already desires, right? Where he naturally attracts that woman. That's what men are doing. Now, for the men who do, i.e. high-quality men who are successful, who have their stuff together, they're not going to chase women because they attract women naturally, right? They are the kind of man that many women already desire, so to expect him to pursue you like the average man would is just unrealistic. It's not going to happen. However, if you pique his interest, he will invest in the beginning to get to know you. That's where you have the chance to inspire his pursuit. Now, if you're thinking, okay, how can I inspire this kind of man's pursuit in me? Then comment pursuit below and I will send you the link that shows you exactly how to do this.
This might be a hot take, but I feel like for men, you want to approach a woman in public, it has never been easier than now. Think about it. Literally everyone is on dating apps like Cuff, Hinge, Raya, Tinder, Bumble, Circa. Literally the list goes on and on. Literally men don't approach women. It's just like not a thing anymore. Given some things that have happened, I know that. Maybe I feel like strongly about this because I love making small talk with strangers in public. I guess maybe because I live in Dallas and it's just like a southern thing, but I love talking and meeting new people. Think about it this way. If you're like a guy, like, and a girl came up and approached you and asked for your number, you would love that and you would probably say yes unless you're just a like a girl for the most part would do the same. Who doesn't want to be approached? Like, it makes you feel special. Not to bring like COVID into it, but think everything changed post-COVID. People don't socialize. When I'm remote, if it's not like a Teams meeting, I don't actually talk to anyone. Logically think about it. Like, are any of your guy friends approaching a girl in public, not at a bar in a normal setting? No, it's a special thing. It takes balls, it takes confidence, and that's attractive. And two, if she's a to you, thank God that's not your person. Move on. It sucks, but that's just the name of the game. Literally, life can change so quick, even just by one quick conversation, meeting one person. So just go up, approach a person, and you never know what could happen.
I am in shock. I am in disbelief. Tell me why. This man gonna give me the biggest reality check. This man gonna invite me out, right? And I couldn't go. And usually when I be telling him no, he be getting a little bit in his feelings. And I would expect nothing less if you actually get, you feel me? Anyway, that's just my opinion. But, so I had to tell him no. So I text him back, talk about, oh, I can't. I know you finna be upset or whatever. He responds and says, nah, it ain't that deep. Since when? Since when ain't it that deep? And so I'm like, quit playing with me. You know you be getting mad when I be telling you no. He gonna say, we ain't reached a point where you're worth getting that mad for. Rejected. I mean, you're right, but God, like, God, And when I tell you, I stared at that text for minutes. For minutes, my jaw on the floor. He politely told me, baby girl, you are not that important. He said, you are not worth me stressing over. Wow.
When a man is in love with a woman, or really, really likes a woman, do you know that you don't have to do anything besides exist?
Oh, really?
Seriously, you don't have to do a single thing.
Okay.
You don't have to jump through hoops.
Okay.
You don't have to prove to him how great of a wife you can be, how great of a mother you can be. You don't have to do gymnastics in the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to show him how good you are cooking macaroni and cheese and chicken curry. Girl, you don't have to do anything. You just have to breathe.
So if all a woman is supposed to provide to a man is her existence and her breath, which 9 times out of 10 most likely is going to be bad, what exactly is the man falling in love with? These women are out here really thinking that men are not able to build a connection to a woman. Of course, if there's no substance to a woman, if there's no energy with that woman, that man is not going to fall in love with her. He might fall in love with her body, but that's the one thing that a lot of women don't understand. You got all these baddies walking around here with these body, face card is a 10, but there's no connection to it because her body is like, it's shallow. There's nothing else to it, right? And another thing that I want to add is the fact that a woman is supposed to do only 2 things, exist and breathe. When in comparison, a man is supposed to keep up with her lifestyle, if not make her lifestyle even better, pay all of her bills, and make sure he stays loyal, he stays respectful, he stays true to her. When all she does is just exist and breathe. Make it make sense.
So one of the biggest blocks I see of why women don't get pursued by men is because there is an energy of you trying to be seen by a man, and this is why it's such a big deal, okay? 1, you trying to be seen, yeah, of course you're going to draw on attention. I used to draw on a ton of guys. I'm a feminine erotic embodiment teacher. I do the healing subconscious reprogramming. I do all of the polarity work, the deep stuff, okay? Here's the thing when you're trying to be seen. When you're trying to be seen, you're coming out of your body to get something. You're not being a deeply embodied feminine woman receiving energy rather than projecting energy. You will attract a bunch of men that want to see women, that want to see, they want to see women, right? When you come into your body and you no longer need to be seen, you no longer need validation, you don't care what he thinks, you don't care if he thinks you're beautiful or your hair looks good or your dress looks good. Yes, later in the relationship, it can turn you on when your man loves the way you look. But the energy of like needing to be seen, and you know if you have this coming out of your body, pushes away really like integrated masculine men because you're coming out, right? Integrated masculine men, they want a very deeply embodied woman. So if you have this, it's not a big deal. I used to have it too, guys. You just have to heal the little girl wounds in you. You have to heal the past experiences of where you weren't seen growing up that you are now trying to get it in this relationship.
Where are all the masculine men that want to lead, protect, and take care of women? All the men that I find are hyper feminized and they want to be led, protected, and taken care of by a woman.
Well, first you would have to define what a masculine man is, what a man leading looks like to you, protecting and taking care of a woman. You'd have to define what these things are, what they look like to you in order to try to get somewhere. And I feel like this is what goes with everyone because everyone uses these words and yet they all have a different idea of what these things are, what they look like. The way one guy leads is different than the way another guy leads, and people don't see it as the same, right? So you would have to figure out what these things look like and mean to you. Then you have to dive into the fact of, are you even attracted to this? You say you are, but are you even attracted to this? Do you have men that come through that are masculine leaders, protect women? Have they come in your life and you're like, not what I want? You might not be attracted to it because you might see masculinity or a masculine man as one way, or a way a man is supposed to lead. You see it as a particular way, right? You'd have to figure that out. You'd also have to understand, are you their type? These men who fit this category that you say you want, are you what they're attracted to? Do you offer what they require, need, and want from a woman? These are things you have to take into consideration. So you would have to define this Instead of just saying the words, where are the men at, the masculine men that lead? Well, this ain't just a black and white answer.
Okay, public service announcement for women. You are going to look better and better the older that you get. They really did their big one. They don't want us to know this because they want to keep girls that look like girls, like underage girls, but you will only get more and more beautiful as you get older and older. Like, I'm 34 and I'm undeniably hotter than I was when I was 30, when I was 25, when I was 20. And I don't know how to explain it. Like, I have more wrinkles, I have gray hair. Like, all the things that they told you, I have cellulite, I have, like, my body's changing, all the things that they told you were gonna hate about yourself, you might just get there and realize that literally none of that stuff matters, because now you are a fully self-embodied adult woman, and there is nothing more beautiful and effervescent and attractive and sexy than that. When I was getting divorced, I was 27 when I got divorced. Yes, I was a child bride. I got married when I was 26. And I remember thinking, like, this is the hottest I'll ever be, and it will suck to, like, meet a man later in life and he's never even gonna know me at my hottest. Guys, the gag is I'm hotter now than I was when I was getting divorced when I was 27. I just don't feel like we're talking about this enough, because they really got in our heads, making us think that we need to keep looking younger and younger. It's crazy because, like, we're getting hotter, guys, we're getting hotter. They're getting uglier. Are we ready to talk about that? They're getting uglier. Are we gonna have that conversation? Dismantle your internalized patriarchy and misogyny. Look forward to getting older. Internalize the fact that you are going to be more and more beautiful with every passing year, with the more life that you've lived, with the more knowledge that you hold, with the more wisdom that you hold. Like, you are only going to look more beautiful. There will be more sparkle behind your eyes if you can hold on to that, if you can believe that about yourself. Stay woke.
These modern women are getting on these apps, and because they inbox before, they be thinking, oh, I got options. Oh, I don't have to take this. I don't have to settle, yada, yada, yada. Not understanding that the good men in your inbox, if you would have been on your job doing what you were supposed to do, you'd have probably found them. But once again, because you think you have so many options, you take your time. I'm gonna go on a date here. I'm gonna allow this man to wind me and me there. And by the time you actually get to that man is long gone. That man done found himself a girlfriend who actually takes him seriously and prioritizes him. And you stuck back there looking like a loser.